Hello everyone, I'm Stephanie and today I am going to continue the story about babysitter's little sister Karen's New Year. So let us proceed. Chapter 3, which is the New Year's Eve. So, okay. After Andrew had exploded his car and put it back together again, he looked at me. What's New Year's Eve? He asked. What's New Year's Eve? I could not believe that Andrew didn't know that since he's almost 5. It's the last night of the old year, and 12 o'clock is the beginning of a new year. It is very, very important. I said, does it always happen right after Christmas? Andrew wondered. I glanced at Nancy. She shrugged. She couldn't believe that Andrew didn't know about the New Year's Eve either. Yup, I said to Andrew. It's always happens a week after Christmas. Why? Because Christmas is near the end of December, and December is the last month of the year. Then comes January. That's the first month of the next year. Here, I'll get the calendar and show you. Well, I think I'll be going now, said Nancy. She grabbed baby Tooth, then she put on her coat and hat and mittens and boots. I suppose she didn't want to have a calendar lesson. I ran upstairs to my room and took my calendar off the wall. I brought it down to Andrew. This, I said to Andrew, is a calendar. It keeps track of the days of the year. See these boxes? Yes, said Andrew, frowning. Each one stands for a day. How come you make lines across the boxes? I do that at the end of each day. Then I can tell which day we're up to. Anyway, don't worry about that. Now, see how the boxes are all arranged on a page? Yup. Well, each page is a month. What's a month? Oh, brother, then I said, when's your birthday, Andrew? He told me. Good, I said. This is the month and this is the day of the month. It's your birthday. I turned the calendar to Andrew's birthday and showed him where it was. And your birthday is always the same, just like Christmas is always the same. December the 25th. December the 25th. See? Here it is on the calendar. Okay, said Andrew. But New Year's Eve, last day of the year, I replied. Last day, we never ever had a last day. Every day is followed by another one. I didn't want New Year's Eve if it will be the last day. I sighed. Is it the last day? Andrew asked. No, it really is not. I explained New Year Eve to Andrew all over again. I was very, very patient with him. Then I said, guess how we'll celebrate New Year's Eve at Daddy's? With calendars? Andrew suggested. No, with a big party. We'll probably get to stay up until midnight. That's 12 o'clock, and we'll cheer and toast confetti into the air. Maybe we'll throw streamers around too. Really? Oh boy, cried Andrew. A party at the big house. And what are we celebrating? I squeezed him. The last day? I sighed again. No, I said, but we will have a brilliant party. So let us proceed to chapter 4. Going to the big house. December the 30th was the day before the very last day of the year, and Mommy and Seth were leaving. They were going on their skiing trip. They were going to the state of New Hampshire. That's pretty far away. You two, said Mommy to Andrew and me, will stay with Daddy until January the 3rd. That's 4 days. That's also the day school begins again. Karen, that morning Daddy will take you to school. Andrew, you will stay at the big house with Nanny and Emily. In the afternoon, Seth will pick up an Andrew at Daddy's and I will pick up Karen at school. Do you understand the plans? Yup, I said. I was so happy. A New Year's Eve party and a 4 days with my big house family. Andrew, do you understand? Asked Mommy. Andrew just nodded. The corners of his mouth turned down. He was trying not to cry. Sometimes 4 days at the big house is too much for Andrew. Is everybody ready? Ready? Called Seth. Seth had been packing out our state car. He had put her suitcase and Mommy's suitcase into it. He had put my rucksack and Andrew's rucksack into it. And he had put the keys on top of the car. We're ready, I cried. I can't wait. Seth drove us to the big house. Mommy got out of the car so she could say goodbye to Andrew and me. Have lots of fun, she said. We will. I adjusted my rucksack. Bye, Mommy, I kissed her. Then Andrew kissed her. See you later, alligators, said Mommy. In a while, crocodile, I replied as Mommy got into the car. Andrew didn't say anything. Tears were rolling down his cheeks. I walked Andrew into the big house. Everybody came to greet us. But Andrew just stood in the hall and cried. I put my arm around him. Don't worry, I said. We're going to have fun. And Mommy will be back in 4 days. That's not very long. I know, Andrew sniffled. Then Daddy gave him a big hug. Who wants to come with me to buy party things? Called Charlie. Charlie can drive and he has his own car. He's very proud of it, even though it is a wreck. It always looks like it is going to fall apart. I do, cried David Michael and Christy and I. And Andrew, stop crying. Party things, he said. Yeah, replied Charlie. You know popcorns and hats and confetti and streamers. Chocolate? Asked Andrew. Of course, said Charlie. Can I invite Hanny to come with us? I asked. I know she's not coming to the party, but she likes going shopping. Charlie said, Of course. That too. He usually says, of course. So I phoned Hanny and she ran straight around. Then we piled into Charlie's junk bucket. That is what Sam calls the car. We drove into town. We went into a bargain shop. Almost everything in the shop is a bargain. We found everything we wanted. Even chocolate for Andrew. This is such fun, I said to Christine. I know, she replied, smiling. The party will be great. Now, all we have to do is think up New Year's resolutions. Huh? I thought. What are they? So let us proceed to chapter 5. I didn't have time to ask Christy about the resolutions. We were too busy in the shop. We had baskets full of things and we had to pay for them. Then David Michael wanted to be bubblegum from the gumball machine and Andrew wanted Miss and Mrs. from the chocolate machine and Honey and I both wanted rings with the spiders on them from the toy machine. So they took a while, but when we were back at home again, and Honey had gone back to her house, I said to Christy, what is a New Year's resolutions? Christy and I were in the kitchen. We were putting away the things we had bought. I was wearing my new spider ring. A resolution, Christy began, is a decision. But a New Year's resolution is more like a promise. A promise about something you will change. I don't understand, I said. A promise to change something in your life, to make your life better. You might resolve to break a bad habit. Or you might resolve to start exercising every day. Oh, I said. Cool. Do you make just one resolution? Usually, I suppose, replied Christine. But some people make lots of resolutions. Okay, I'd better go and tell everyone else. We should all decide on resolutions before the party tomorrow night. I told all the people in the big house, even Emily, about resolutions, and everyone except Emily said that day they would announce the resolutions at the party. Emily's didn't really understand resolutions. Oh well, I was excited. This is great. I thought. I like making lists. I like making promises and keeping them. I decided Honey had better make a resolutions too. So I went over to her house. I rang her bell. Honey's older brother answered the door. Hi, Musketeer, said Lenny. He knows about the three musketeers. Hi, is she's up in her room, Lenny told me, before I could even finish my question. Okay, thanks. I ran upstairs to Honey's room. I found her sitting on the floor, playing with Sari, her little sister. Hi, said Honey when she saw me. I'm teaching Sari how to sing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. E-I-E-I-O, said Sari proudly. That's great, but listen. Honey, I just found out something important. We have to make a New Year's resolution. I explained about resolutions to Honey. Then I said, what will your solution be? This is serious. Honey thought and thought. Finally, she said, I'm going to stop biting my nails. Oh, that's good. That's a good one, I exclaimed. I can't decide on a resolution. I can't think of so many. Think of so many. But Christy said most people only make one resolution. That's most people, said Honey. How come you can't make a whole list? Like a list of birthday presents. Maybe I could, I said slowly. I'd better go home. I have to solve this problem. Good luck with your nails, honey. Thanks, she said. Bye, Karen. Bye. E-I-E-I-O, sorry. So that was the end of the chapter 5. Okay, let's continue next time. See you then. Bye.